Hi, I'm Carrie. So I want to talk to you about my vape story. When I was about 16 or 17 years old, somewhere in there, I started smoking. And I know, it's bad for you. You shouldn't do it. Well, kids do that. They're, the laws are in place for a reason, yes. And there's also a law that states that your record gets wiped when you're 18 of all misdemeanors. The reason being is because kids do stupid things. Their logic's just not working. And so when I was about 18 years old, my dad got cancer. And I was about 17, 18. He got cancer. And when he started getting better, I decided that I really needed to make a change. I really needed to make a change. Because he had cancer, my grandmother had leukemia, my mom's family had cancer, skin cancer, and all kinds of things. We don't get high cholesterol or high blood pressure. We get cancer. So after that, I started trying those little Enjoy e-cigarettes that, with the little ones that look like a cigarette. And I mean, it was utter crap. Utter and total crap. So I started to try to do those ego style batteries, the ones with just a button and the disposable tanks and all of that. Well, after a while, your chest clears up, and your lungs clear up, and you get a better hit and everything else. Well, after a while, you're just like trying so hard to get a good hit that it's like sucking a milkshake through a straw. I mean, it's just obnoxious. You're timing out your device. You get frustrated with it. So then I went to this variable voltage battery, and it's an ego style battery. I think they called it a Vivid. I don't know who makes it or what. I think it's a Vision product. And it had this little LCD screen that had up and down arrows next to it. And that by far is the best newbie product. If we could, instead of those newbie starter kits with the 2 batteries, and we need to just do that. The twist is similar, but it's a twist. You don't really get to, see what you're doing, but that was the best thing, because you grow with it. You're going to spend $100 either way, so you might as well get this pass-through variable voltage battery that's going to last you a year, so that you can really get through the hardest part of it, and finding your right tank, and finding your right hit, and finding all those things that you go through in the beginning stages of vaping. Well, after a while, I finally realized that I'm going to do this for life. That is my choice. I want to continue vaping forever and ever. And I started getting into like cloud chasing and getting the bigger clouds and rebuildables and all of that fancy world. Well, my Vivid didn't have any kind of ohm reading on it. It just hit it at what voltage I set it at, which is a really bad thing when you're thinking about building your own atomizer and not having the right ohm settings and not having the right equipment. You can catch your device on fire. I've done it. It does not feel good at all when you hit it, and it is awful. You burn your throat a little bit. And so after that, I was like, I'm making stupid decisions with this. I'm not doing this right. I need to get something that tells me what kind of ohms I'm at, so that I don't hurt myself or hurt anyone around me, because I don't want anything to like explode, because there's battery acid and there's all kinds of things that you can really hurt yourself with. So I decided to get this lovely device right here. It is a Joytech Evic product. I love it. It's saved my life. But as you can see, right along here, I've cracked it really bad. And right down here, I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. I'm going to try to turn it so that you can see all of my lovely damage of dropping this thing off of a refrigerator. Yeah, that happened. I set it up there, opened the door, closed the door, it fell off. Landed on concrete. So if you're wondering if this device is pretty durable, I mean, a 6-foot drop, and I only get this. And now I know, you have to ask the question, does it work? I'm not sure where my mic is, so let's, but I mean, it works. It works good. All of my controls still work, the dial still works, the screen, obviously, it still works. I hope my camera can focus on that. Yeah, and it still updates, it's still fine, but yeah, now you gotta ask the other question. I'm a cloud tracer. What in the world am I doing with this iClear tank device? That's not rebuildable. I mean, it's rebuildable, but in comparison to my drip rebuildable tanks that I would have to carry around a little bottle of juice and if I were to set this down in my purse, set this down somewhere and it get knocked over, juice would spill out and fall into this lovely crack right here that is in my control head. And I didn't want to fry my device, so I decided, let's get a tank so that I don't murder my device again. And so that's what I've been using. It gives me a good chest hit. I mean, it's okay on the clouds. But it works. And I work for the government. I do work for the TSA. I'm not getting paid that much. I'm part-time. You can only start off part-time. That's the rule. That's just how it is. And I just got full-time, thankfully, but I didn't want to go and spend money on something that works. I mean, what is that? Don't fix it if it's not broken? Well, I mean, it works. I don't go out and buy new things every time I get a scuff or a crack or a ding. Just look at my car bumper. And just that kind of thing. The world of vaping to me has been a totally interesting experience. As you get more into it and as you start, reading the forums, going to your local vape shop or doing all of these things, you start to realize that there is a community of people out there willing to help you. And if you're like me and you're a loner and you don't hang out with people, you find this very different, very strange. You're not used to this experience. I really wasn't. I mean, people caring about me, even though they know nothing about me, I mean, it's a little strange. So it was really nice to know that, somebody's willing to help me and somebody's willing to be there for me just because I do one thing in common with them. I can hate football and hate America, but by God, I vape. So there's gotta be something right with me, right? I mean, that's just how other people look at it. And no, I don't hate America since I work for the American government. I guess I probably hate it more than most people, but that's because I'm not getting paid and I still have to go to work and do that. There's a cat. Hey, Socks. But yeah, I really wanted to kind of share my vape experience and just go through day-to-day life and just talk about some of my experiences with different devices and different things that I've been through and different places that I go to, because I mean, and different things that you would deal with as a vapor in the beginning stages. And I'm not here to talk about specs and things like that. I'm not some of those top, YouTube explainers. I'm here to kind of make a community and to kind of share with you some of the things. Like, I went to Six Flags, and they don't appreciate people vaping. They don't. At least that was my experience. I've heard other people have went there and they've had no problem. It just, I want to hear what you guys have to say about it and how you guys feel about it and what problems you faced, and I'll tell you some of my problems. So I'll see you along for the ride.